It's time for Ridgeline High School Sports, a presentation of 104.5 The Ranch and CashValleyDaily.com. Brought to you by Castelite, The Cater Shop, DD Auto and Salvage, Great Basin Graphics, Adams Wealth Advisors, Cache Valley Auto Care, Young Toyota and Young Honda, Cache Valley Daily, Napa Auto Parts, Les Olson IT, The Logo Shop, and Planet Fitness. Now, it's time for the Ridgeline Riverhawks on 104.5 The Ranch.
Oh, nice. Welcome to Ridgeline High School, everyone. I'm Dave Simmons, joined once again by the Patriot, Nick Zollinger, bringing in his playlist, going a little Duran Duran for you. Going back to the 90s, 80s maybe.
I got a little everything for you tonight, Dave.
I'm very, very excited about it. And we're also very excited about the ball game we have in front of us as Ridgeline is hosting Green Canyon. The 13-0 Green Canyon Wolves come to town to take on Ridgeline at 10-4. Ridgeline at 2-1 in region play, tied with Skyview and Green Canyon 3-0. So this one has some big region implications, Nick. But we're also excited to bring in for our pregame show here Coach Terrell Baldwin. He calls the color commentary for the Green Canyon Wolves, and we're glad to have you, T, because first of all, I don't know about if Nick's been to try to track down these Wolves on some ball games, but I haven't seen them play yet. So rather than us try to guess and see what, just from statistics and numbers that we look at, what this Green Canyon team is, we're hoping that you can shed a little light on it for us. Tell us what you like about this Green Canyon team and what maybe you think they're continuing to work on.
I'll tell you what, they're playing. They're on quite a roll right now. They're playing extremely well. One of the things they're doing that I really enjoy is they're playing some great team basketball. We've watched Coach Brown coach a lot of games over the years, Dave, you and I together, and Nick, I know you've seen him coach a lot of games as well, but this is a tremendous coaching job that he's done this year. Now, he has some talent. There's no doubt about it. The kids on his team are skilled. They've got a special player this year in Jude Haig. We've all been in gyms where we've seen shooters. Anyone can shoot the basketball. This kid can score the basketball at will. He's a multifaceted player. He can do so many things well. I love watching him play. You're going to really enjoy watching him play tonight. But I'll tell you, it's a team over there at Green Canyon. They do so many things well. It all starts with their defense. They're very sound defensively, so they rebound the basketball well and they get out and move. Tonight, what they're going to want to do is they want to pick up the pace and have the pace where they're going up and down the floor rather quickly and getting shots up. If you're Ridgeline on the other end, to stay in this game tonight and have a good chance to win or have a chance to win, you've got to make sure it's a possession game. You want to make sure it's a half-court game. If
slow
Green
it down?
Canyon, yeah,
they should slow it down.
If Green Canyon gets you going up and down the floor, they're running multiple defenses and they're running multiple defenses well. That's going to pose some problems for Ridgeline tonight.
For some of our Ridgeline fans, that might come as a little bit of a surprise in that the Ridgeline half-court offense concerns me when it comes to having guys down there. Green Canyon's got 4 different dudes down there at 6'7", all of which are bigger by multiple inches than anybody Ridgeline can get down there. And Ridgeline, I believe, one of their weaknesses right now is being able to shoot the ball from beyond the arc. So if you can't score in the paint with the big dudes and you can't shoot it from the outside, in my mind, you got to get up and go and run.
Yeah, that could be. But one of the other things that I really like that Green Canyon's done to this point is they understand when kids are on a hot streak and they're involving everyone. Gavin Crane I just really love what he's doing. Not many people give him many accolades and so on, but I love the way he's playing. He can shoot it for the perimeter. He can take you off the dribble and get to the rim. He's very explosive. I like what he does. Boston Horman, Lance Cox, those are sound players, but I think the player that runs, and I know the player that runs their team, Easton Stokes, that kid can do so many things well. I call him the Swiss Army knife for those guys.
Well, you coached his dad, didn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. His dad's a special player. Maybe I have a little bit of bias for Easton, but I just know that he does so many things well. He's in the passing lanes. He's getting deflections. He can shoot the ball. He can distribute. He understands where the ball's supposed to be at the right time.
Trevor is that way too.
Absolutely. And he plays with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. I love that as well.
Coach, are there weaknesses? Is there any chink in the armor, so to speak?
Well, we've yet to see it so far. I tell you, one of the things that I really liked that Skyview did last week at the first half of the game, they played extremely physical. Green Canyon, if you catch them at the right time and they're not hitting shots like they normally do, you might be able to get them. But I'll tell you, you're going to have to play very good. I really like the way they're playing. They're playing with a lot of confidence, and they're doing so many things well. But I'll tell you, a high school game here in Cache Valley, you're on the road. You never know what could happen. We've been involved in a lot of games over the years. We've seen a lot of games together. We never know what's going to happen on any given night.
That's why you play them. Speaking of that Skyview Green Canyon game last week, I think it was only a 4-point lead at the half for Green Canyon, and then an 8-point lead at the end of 3, but then a 20-9 fourth quarter basically put it away. Did Skyview run out of gas, or was it a matter of Green Canyon just making some adjustments and executing a little better?
Well, I'll tell you, last game I thought both teams were playing so hard. I just felt like Skyview ran out of a little bit of gas. They just didn't quite have the depth that they normally have to compete against Green Canyon. One thing that Coach Brown is doing really well this year, his staff is a complete staff, and they understand how to make adjustments and do different things throughout the entire game. We just don't. You just don't worry about halftime adjustments. They're making adjustments the entire game. They're doing a tremendous job. I love watching Coach Brown and his staff. The way they're getting the kids prepared this year is something special as well.
I do too. I might be a little biased with Coach Brown too, as you and I called so many years of his games. I just love the way he coaches the kids, and he gets so much respect and skill out of those guys. Coach Brown is a really, really good coach. Also, to our Green Canyon followers out there, welcome into the broadcast. Again, I'm Dave Simmons, and I have Nick Zollinger here, and we're going to try to keep this one as unbiased as possible, right, Nick?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
No, why not?
I'll do my best.
While we still got Coach T, maybe the best way to answer some questions for our Green Canyon listeners would be, do you have anything in particular that you're wondering about this Ridgeline team that we could maybe shed some light on for you?
Yeah, I'm just wondering, obviously they're trying to get a new coach implemented and so on. I just want to know, as far as the Green Canyon fans are concerned, what are we looking for tonight from the Ridgeline team that can cause us some problems?
Yeah, I'll jump in and then you chime in too, Nick. My thoughts on this Ridgeline team right now is you don't have a Jude Hay, but you have 6 or 7 guys that are very solid. They move well without the ball. They're looking for each other, and they do share the ball. They've got 4 or 5 guys that have led the team in scoring at different times. They have balanced scoring. You've got players that are your highest point per game guy are 2 guys at Cooper Hall and Harrison Putnam at 10.5, but Tyler Jackman's right at 10. And Dawson Lowe's right at 10. You've got really good balance, at least offensively. As I mentioned a little earlier, they have been susceptible to not shooting great percentages from the 3-point line. But Coach Derek Wadsworth, what we affectionately call him Coach Wads, is a very defensive-minded guy, and he is really going to get up in you and try to make it difficult on you.
Yeah, he's got a great coaching pedigree. I really like. I obviously haven't interacted with him on a personal level like you have here, but I know exactly what he does and about the programs he comes from. I look for him to have some type of defensive scheme set up for this Green Canyon Wolf team tonight.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the most interesting thing that Ridgeline's going to do tonight is how are they going to defend Jude Hay. It's interesting to hear Coach T talk about Green Canyon plays such good team basketball. When you got a kid that averages 24.5, he's got to get his touches. So whether the ball's getting spread around to the different players tonight, we'll see on the Green Canyon side. That's the only way that Ridgeline's going to win, is if they get contribution from 5 kids. It can't be 3 or 4. It's got to be all 5 of them, and they all got to get to about double digits, and then we'll see if Ridgeline can hold Green Canyon down offensively. Can they hold them under 50 points? I don't think they can. Can they hold Jude Hay under 20? I don't think they can. what we're going to see here tonight.
I think they've got to be able to shoot from a percentage from beyond the arc that we haven't seen this year. I do. I think they got to play a better ball game from the guard line than we've been able to see.
I think if they get stuck shooting too many three-pointers, they lose. They have to win the game with contribution across the board and just getting the ball down into the paint using that motion offense that's got those different triggers. And they got to find those open passing lanes and get the ball into the perimeter to give them good looks. They can't rely on shooting the three-point shot tonight. Ridgeline can't. They'll lose if that's what they rely on.
Well, I think if they have a chance at winning, they got to make that shot.
Well,
and if they don't shoot it, you can't make it. I think you've got to take a
10 of them.
I would say 10.
Well, in the last region game, they were 0 for 14 from beyond the arc, and they lost to Skyview.
They hit a few more against Syracuse, but still not where you're going to be.
They still lost.
Coach, I think you're going to like watching Harrison Putnam and Andrew Pinocchi on the boards. Those kids, Pinocchi has a timing that you don't see a lot in this. I don't know if it comes from his volleyball experience, having to time that ball, but I think you'll like him. And then watch if Harrison Putnam gets aggressive from the elbow. And I'm not talking necessarily shooting that shot, although he needs to be able to turn and hit it.
Attacking.
He attacks so well from that elbow, and I don't know that anybody jumps as quickly and as high as he does. But he's also given up about 3 or 4 inches.
Interesting point, Dave. Some of this zone defense that Green Canyon likes to run, they're running multiple defenses. And one of the open areas that they've had a tough time guarding on occasion can be that high post area. So you could look for Ridgeline to attack that area tonight. And if Harrison Putnam gets going, that might pose some problems for him.
Also interesting enough, you mentioned Harrison Putnam and Andrew Pinocchi on the boards. Dawson Lowe leads the team in rebounds. Cooper Hall, very good on the boards as well. So the guard line for Ridgeline helps out on the rebounds. To me, it's can you stop Jude Hay?
Yes.
If you can hold him under 20 points, you have a chance to win.
You got it. I don't know. Who do you think's going to run? They're going to run at Jude Hay. Who do you think is the guess?
Putnam.
I think Putnam too.
I think you got to have Putnam on Jude Hay, and I think you got to gap Crane and force him to shoot outside on the perimeter. Force Crane to get his points somewhere outside. So you sag somebody off of Crane. You help on any kind of drive penetration that comes on the guard line for Green Canyon, and you just got to be in the face of Jude Hay and try to slow him down.
I would think I would run Putnam, and I'd run Pinocchi at him every so often, give him a little bit of a different look. The last thing you need is one of those guys getting in foul trouble early, and you just got to have him in there. So run both of them at him every so often.
And unfortunately, if you do get foul trouble, you probably got to start thinking about getting back into a zone, because you don't have, at that point, who do you have man on man that can guard Jude Hay? I don't think you have anybody.
I don't think there's anybody in the state.
One last point, and then I'll let you guys get to your broadcast. One thing that Gavin Crane has done extremely well, he has this innate ability to get garbage points. All of a sudden you think you've got him stopped. Next thing you know, he's got a couple baskets and he's got a dunk, and you've got momentum going on your side. I would look for him with those garbage baskets. Like I said, you just think you've got him under control. Boom, he gets a couple layups. He gets a block shot. He's getting out in open court, and now he's throwing one down.
Well, how many kids get 51 points in a game going back to Jude Hay, and the fans say it looked easy? It didn't look forced.
Yeah.
You only have 32 minutes in a basketball game, and you can put up 51. That's something special.
That is crazy.
I'm most excited to watch Jude Hay play here tonight.
I am too, and to see what Ridgeline can throw at him, to see if they can slow him down at all, because most teams haven't been able to slow him down at all, right, Coach?
Hey,
that's correct.
Anytime you get the #1 seed in the state to come to your gym, it's going to be a good time.
It should be a good time. This place is packing up. We got both sides of the bleachers going, and we got a white out here for the Ridgeline side, so it's going to be loud. And we got a pink out behind us for the Green Canyon side.
That's correct. Good luck, you guys.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Coach. Good to have you. Appreciate you.
I was like, dang, he's been muted the whole time, Dave. Wouldn't that be something?
Yep. I like to mute the mic when we're not using it so we don't get that background noise. Folks, we are lining up here for the national anthem, so we're going to take a break, step aside for that, and come back for the tip-off in just a moment.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC, online at advancedheating-ac.com.
Suit up, feel good. Custom tailored clothing for him and her. The Cater Shop, because how you look is the first message you deliver.
High School would like to say thanks to all their Alpha sponsors for supporting Green Canyon sports this year. For a list of sponsors and other athletic information, visit greencanyonhighschoolathletics.org.
I have a deal for you. I'll turn the cable back on when you get my kitchen floor finished.
How do I do that in time to watch my team win?
Use the expert help at Castalite. For all your brick, block, rock, paver, and tile needs, Castalite.com.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this?
This is better. Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness. Big fitness energy for all.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
Welcome back to Ridgeline High School. The Green Canyon Wolves and Ridgeline Riverhawks getting set to do battle here. And your video experience is powered by Adams Wealth Advisors. Expect specific guidance from advisors who adhere to principles of honesty, professionalism, and integrity. Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com. Nick, the Patriots Zollinger, take us away with the starting lineups for the Green Canyon Wolves.
Yeah, starting for your Green Canyon Wolves. Number 1, Gavin Cranes, the 6'7" junior, averages 11 points and 4.5 rebounds per game. Jude Hay is number 2. He's a 6'7" senior. Leading scorer on the team, averages 24.5 points a game and 5.5 rebounds. Number 10 is Easton Stokes, a 6' senior, averages 8 points and 5.5 assists per game. Lance Cox is number 11, a 6'3" senior, averages 5 points a game and 2.5 rebounds. And number 21 is Boston Horman, a 6'2" senior, averages 9 points and 5 rebounds per game. The Green Canyon Wolves have a 13-0 record and are coached by Coach Logan Brown.
Starting lineups for the hometown Ridgeline Riverhawks are as follows. Number 12, Cooper Hall, is a 5'10" senior, averaging 10.5 points per ball game. Number 5 is Harrison Putnam. He's a 6'3" senior, averaging 10.5 per game and 3 rebounds. Number 3 is Andrew Pinocci. He's a 6'4" junior, averaging 7.5 a game and also 5 rebounds. And number 2 is Tyler Jackman. He averages 9.5 points a game. And Dawson Lowe is number 1. He's a 5'11" senior, averaging 9 a game plus 5 rebounds and 3.5 assists. Nick, as you look through these two starting lineups, you definitely notice a size difference. The Crane and Hay both go 6'7", and the biggest two you got for starting for Ridgeline are 6'4" Pinocci, and then it drops to 2 guys at 6'3".
Now, if Crane is 6'7", Jude Hay's only about 6'5".
Okay.
Look at number 1 out there, and Jude is not as tall. But Jude will be the primary ball handler for this Green Canyon, him and Easton Stokes.
Okay.
But the ball will go through Jude Hay a lot of the time from what I've seen. Most of what I've seen from Green Canyon is on paper. The guy that sticks out the most, obviously, Jude Hay. The next guy to me is Easton Stokes. He does everything, like Coach Baldwin says.
The Swiss Army knife.
Steals, rebounds, assists. He does it all for the Wolves. So look for him to be kind of that guy that stirs the pot and gets everything going for Green Canyon. On the Ridgeline side, you got to have Dawson Lowe get going, and Andrew Pinocci has got to be aggressive offensively, and then Harrison Putnam, he's your dude, but it's going to have to shut down Hay.
Pinocci got up nice and quick to get that tip into the backcourt. Ridgeline with first possession of the game. At the free throw line is Putnam, and they're going to call a travel on Harrison.
Yeah, he just kind of lost the handle and got his feet tangled up with the Green Canyon defender in the first turnover of the game, and an empty possession for Ridgeline to open this game up.
All right, it'll be Stokes. Easton Stokes bringing it into the front court to the left side, brings it back to the right side, gets a high screen from Crane, gets inside the three-point line, and then kicks a shot to side to the other side, and a layup on the drive by Lance Cox, gets into the rim and scores it.
Yeah, beautiful penetration by Cox. He gets it in the corner and just immediately hits the floor with it and gets an easy layup in the first bucket for Green Canyon. Now Jackman on Hay to start the game, Dave.
Okay.
Defensively.
We'll see how that goes. It'll be a tough guard. Putnam's going to raise for three. That's an air ball long. Jackman saves it and tracked down by Hall. Hall to the free throw line area, back out to Putnam. He bobbles it, has to go pick it up. Now he's waiting. Goes onto the floor again, goes hard to the rim, reverse layup, scores it.
Yeah, a little bit of adrenaline running through Putnam's veins to start the game. The first air ball, and then he just attacks and gets a layup.
And then Boston Horman knocks down a three in transition.
And that's not something I expected to see a lot of, is Horman shooting it from beyond the arc, but he gets 3 points for the Wolves.
He averages 9 a game. So obviously he's not shy about shooting it. 5-2, Green Canyon early here. Cooper Hall trying to draw some contact, doesn't. And the rebound is pulled the other direction off the miss. Down low, fed down low is no good by Horman. Rebound grabbed by Ridgeline. Low into the front court. Slows it up, goes right side to Jackman.
Yeah, it's just kind of hectic offensively right now for Ridgeline. They got to settle into some kind of half court.
Putnam into the paint, kicks it out to Low. Three ball's going to be long, air ball from the other side.
2 air balls in 4 possessions for the Riverhawks from beyond the arc. I said you didn't want to get in a 3-point shooting contest if you're Ridgeline.
No, but I truly believe they're going to have to hit 4 or 5 of those in this game to win it. Dawson Lowe's going to pick up a foul beyond 3-point range. And it's just his first, as we're only at 5-2 for Green Canyon. Just a little over 2 minutes removed from this first quarter.
The first few minutes of a basketball game can always just be a little hectic, can't they, Dave?
Yep, a little bit chaotic.
Yep.
Like you said, a lot of energy. 3-point shot in the corner is good.
Yeah, and right now
is Jude Hay.
Green Canyon is controlling the tempo of this basketball game, and so far 2 3-pointers and an easy layup, an 8-2 lead for the Wolves.
Pinocci straddling the 3-point line on the left baseline, tries to put it on the floor and then picks it up and goes right back out to Jackman. Back to Pinocci in the mid-post. Loses the footing and he's going to get travel.
That's good help defense from Horman. As Pinocci gets going on his dribble drive, the double team from Horman comes in. Hand on the ball and a travel, another turnover for Ridgeline.
Barrett and Earl are going to check in for Ridgeline for Putnam and Lowe.
It's something we've seen all season. Yep. Coach Wads goes to the bench early and often, and just 3 minutes into this game, he's got his 2 subs in.
And it's going to put the majority of the ball handling duties to Cooper Hall. Up top is Crane trying to drive on Pinocci. Reaches into him, and he's going to get a foul called. He went up under the arm of Pinocci and got that foul. It was a crafty move by Crane.
I was just about to say, a couple of nice moves by Crane. Gets Pinocci out of position defensively, and he draws the foul. And an opportunity to extend this lead to 8 for the Wolves.
Free throws coming for Crane. The first one looks long. It is long.
A lot of times when you're the home team, you can kind of harness the energy of the gym a little bit better than the road team can. Right now, Green Canyon doing a better job of keeping their composure. No turnovers for the Wolves so far in the game, but he misses them both.
Yeah, second free throw, no good. So they
That's
dodged the bullet there.
probably something you're okay with is Crane. I didn't look at his free throw shooting percentage, but him shooting a lot of free throws probably not a bad thing, but he almost creates a turnover for the Wolves.
Yeah, I can look that up for us in a minute. Baseline on the short corner. Left side is no good by Hall. Quickly pushed the other. That's a travel.
Yep.
Yeah. He caught the ball. That was Horman caught it. And before he tried to just run to the rim.
It was out of rhythm. It was like too far away. He needed one dribble.
Yep. But he probably felt like he was too close for that one. Turnover goes back to Ridgeline.
Little trap press here by the Wolves.
Yep, extended pressure, but once they make the first pass, they drop off of it. And now almost at half court is Hall.
Going to run a set here, Dave. Something you don't see a lot of out of Ridgeline.
They could it's nobody to the corner. That's Earl's three ball. Looks short, is short. Rebound. Oh, Earl. It's knocked out of bounds by Horman.
Stays possession Ridgeline, but another missed three-pointer. 0 for 3 so far in the game for Ridgeline from beyond the arc.
Quickly coming back in are Putnam and Lowe, and going out is Hall and Pinocchi.
So Jackman tasked with guarding Hay, stays on the court. There's
also a substitution.
Beautiful.
Etherington in for Green Canyon. An offensive rebound by Putnam, and he goes back up and scores it.
You missed it. You were looking at his paper. A beautiful inbound set. Gets Putnam wide open for a layup, and he missed it, but he got his own rebound and put it back in.
Carter Etherington is also listed at 6'7". He's in.
There's a big boy.
As a junior for Green Canyon. Tyler Jackman drawing kick out to Barrett. Three ball looks no good, isn't it? But Earl's there to clean it up.
Yeah, great job. 2 possessions in a row by Ridgeline, crashing the offensive boards. Second chance opportunity leading to points. 8-6 for Green Canyon.
Hay up top, and then goes to Horman. He'll give to Etherington. Hand back off.
If I'm Ridgeline, I'm sagging off Etherington and just helping, just like that.
Hay goes in strong. Blocked by Barrett. Quickly down court to Putnam. Into Lowe, hesitation to the rim, scores it, and fouled.
So Ridgeline, I talked about not being able to kind of harness the energy in this gym. About the last 2 minutes of this game, doing a great job of just staying with it, continuing the effort. The effort has led to 2 second chance opportunities and second chance points, and now a little fast break tempo on the offense leads to a and one opportunity for Dawson Lowe.
Dawson's gonna
Ridgeline on a 6-0 run right now, Dave.
Dawson's gonna try to get the lead for the first time and got it.
2 missed free throws by Gavin Crane that could have extended the lead 10-2. Ridgeline answers back with 7 straight points, now have the lead 9-8 with 3 minutes to go in the first.
Left side is Stokes. Now he goes up top and they rotate it around. Jude Hay raises for 3 and he got it.
Boy. He curls off that screen and he is ready to shoot. He knows he's going to shoot it before he even catches the ball. And that's beautiful release and a beautiful shot by Jude Hay.
Bad pass along the baseline by Pinocchi. Goes out of bounds to no one.
I mean, that is beautiful, Dave, as he curls around there, just raises right up. And at 6'7" or 6'5", whatever you want to call him, that's going to be a matchup nightmare for about any high school team in the state right there.
Oh, yeah, for sure it will.
Now they got Pinocchi on him. He gives Pinocchi a little headbutt.
Crane is... hold on, I'll give it to you.
Oh,
another three-point try by Hay. That one was falling away. Missed that one. But it was dead straight. That thing came
right
straight
on
back.
line.
Yeah. Easton Stokes working against Lowe. Couldn't get anything there. Kicks it outside. Gavin Erickson raises. Can't get that to go. Rebound grab by Cooper Hall.
Almost looked like Reynolds got him on the arm, but nothing called. In possession now, Ridgeline.
I don't think I mentioned that Reynolds had come in. Parker Reynolds in the ballgame as well. With Hall, Lowe, Pinocchi, and Putnam.
2 minutes here in the first.
In the lane, Reynolds kicks it to Lowe. Lowe gets into the lane as well, stumbles, drops it off to Hall. He misses the little 10-footer. Rebound is on the floor, and they're going to get a foul called, I believe, on Reynolds.
Yeah.
Crane, I'm just looking on Max Preps right now. They say he averages 56% from the free throw line.
Yeah, Cooper Hall so far. Yeah, so probably not a bad thing if Crane's shooting a lot of volume foul shots. Cooper Hall, though, he's had a couple of little bunnies just around the baseline. Missed them both. He's yet to get on the board offensively.
11-9 Green Canyon in the lead here in the first quarter. Up top, straight away is Horman. He's got some cutters, doesn't find anybody. Goes to Stokes, comes to the top of the key, and then dribble handoff to Hay. Hay puts it on the floor.
Oh, good hustle.
Jackman dives on the floor to get it. And now Hay goes and tracks it down into the backcourt. Now they got numbers.
Yep.
Left side, Horman, 3-ball, good.
Oh, boy.
That's his second 3 of the quarter.
Yeah, so Horman coming out with 6 points in the first quarter for the Wolves.
Putnam's
Putnam
fouled
on the
by
attack.
Hay. That one was Hay trying to reach in, got him on the
it was
arm.
11. They got 11 on that one.
Oh, sorry about that. That would have been Cox then. Lance Cox.
Yeah.
And it will be a
2-shot
foul there. Putnam is going to most likely spin back. He has the ball in his right hand. He likes to spin over that left shoulder.
So 2 3-pointers, one by Hay and one by Horman.
Putnam makes the free throw. He's got 5 in the quarter of the Riverhawks 10.
Gets the lead back to the Wolves, 14-9, and then foul shot 14-10 now.
Barrett getting set to check back in too after this free throw. Second free throw for Putnam is
Probably
also
for
good.
the shooter, huh? Probably for the shooter here? Pinocchi or Putnam? Who we got?
Usually,
here
yeah,
for
if you're going to come at that point, it's going to come for the shooter, and Putnam goes out. Barrett comes back in.
Should be 14-11, right, Dave?
Yes.
Yeah. We just haven't put the 1 point on for Ridgeline yet.
Jude Hay in the backcourt. Nobody
what a
giving him much pressure.
What a weapon it is to get a ball handler of his size out on the front court.
Yep. At the free throw line area is Crane. Gets Hay on a dribble handoff into the corner. 3-ball on the way. Got it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what
Gavin Erickson.
That's what he does. He creates those open shots. He gets the defense to collapse on his dribble drive, coming around a screen, and he finds Erickson wide open in the corner for another 3 for Green Canyon.
That is 5 threes in the quarter. Of their 17 points, 15 of them are on 3-point shots.
Yeah, the other point was an easy layup on the dribble drive by
first possession of the game by Lance Cox.
That was Cox, yeah.
Turnover by Ridgeline, goes out of bounds, back to Green Canyon, leading 17-10. 37 seconds remaining in the quarter, only 13 on the shot. They go into the short corner to Cox, guarded by Hall. 3-point shot coming down the barrel is Gavin Crane.
And Gavin Crane on the year is 1 for 12 from beyond the arc, Dave, and there's his second one.
Yes, it is.
So you're going to concede that shot more times than not, but Crane knocks it down for the, 6th 3-pointer of the quarter?
20 points, 18 of them have come on threes. Dawson Lowe gets into the lane and they get a foul on a reach.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to get in a 3-point shooting contest with these Wolves because they will knock them down. They've shown the ability, about everybody can do it.
And to be clear, I'm not asking for a 3-point contest. I'm asking for Ridgeline to be able to knock down 4 or 5 of them in this game.
I thought that's what you were insinuating.
No, you don't want to have. You got to be able to make that shot. Right now,
There's
Green
another
Canyon,
one,
a 3-point shot blocked, but Barrett picks it up. His shot is blocked at the end of the quarter, and Ridgeline's got a 20-10 deficit to Green Canyon going into the second quarter.
Whew. Yeah,
Won't be hard
rough.
to add up all those threes.
Yeah.
We'll be back in just a moment.
Someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning Sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
And you can dance.
Are you into the groove, Cinnamon Bear?
Oh, that's Madonna. You know what's funny is you're going with the 80s mix. I did that in the last game with Coach Day, and I kept asking him to see if he could tell what I was what the theme of the night was.
Oh, okay.
And he couldn't come up with it. But
couldn't hit
in his defense, I did probably mix in a couple early 90s, which might have thrown him off.
No, I'm not like I don't have the 80s
No?
mix going. No,
Well, so far,
I
you're
go
in
with
there.
a little bit of everything. You know, I mean, I got.
Well, we're back to the action. Easton Stokes, they go up top. We'll get to that. Crane now to Stokes, into the corner, and then back out top. Just swinging it around. Crane now tries to drive. It's on the floor. Take it away. Hall trying to push. Right sideline to Pinocchi. Nobody guarding him. Andrew goes in, kicks out to Jackman. He's got to elevate a little for the catch. Right there is a perfect example of where, oh boy, quick pass down court, layup, easy, done, Horman.
Transition for Green Canyon a couple times in the game.
A pass has to be delivered in the shooting pocket. Jackman had to elevate the catch and then come down and then go up and shoot it. That ball's lost on the floor again. Jackman picks it up and they take it from him. Now it's on the floor again, finally coming out of there with us. Hall had it. I think he got multiple turnovers in that one little
Well, I don't know.
spurt.
I'm just writing down for one.
All right. Well, it was Ridgeline down there, and so we'll take it just with the one. 3 ball coming now for Lance Cox. No good. Rebound Horman, up and in.
I think that's the first missed three-pointer for Green Canyon, and an offensive rebound goes right to Horman, and he gets the easy layup, and these Wolves have extended the lead to 13, 24-11, and Coach Watts gets an early timeout in the second quarter.
Yeah, they are Green Canyon is fired up right now.
I mean, I off air, Dave, I said, I don't know how good this Green Canyon team is.
Mm-hmm.
They beat Morgan, which is the number 1 or 2 team in 3A. They beat Pineview and Provo, which are top 10 teams in 4A. Mountain View and some of the other teams they beat are not very good.
Pineview's 10-4.
Yeah, Pineview's a good team in 4A. And
Provo's 9-5.
Yeah, so those are kind of the 3 key wins, if you want to say, or to me, good wins, quality wins. Other than that, and you could probably argue and say the exact same thing about Ridgeline, is that they haven't beat anybody, but this Green Canyon team's for real. If you want to come watch a good basketball team play, come watch Green Canyon. They are good.
So much length and good shooting, and they take care of the ball.
When you got a kid that scores 25, you're scratching your head when Coach T says these guys play like a team, because you're like, how do they play like a team when a kid gets 25?
Yeah.
But by heck, they do it, and they do it really well.
In the first quarter, it shows it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different dudes scored in that first quarter.
Yeah, and I mean, the big kid.
Inside, can't get it to go. Almost tipped up by Hall, but it's grabbed and pulled out of there by Crane. He gives it off to Cox, and he is fouled on the baseline.
And another made three-pointer by
after the whistle was by Horman. Boston Horman right now has 10 points.
I just don't know what you do defensively when you got that many weapons on the other side of the court. Now, I was just going to mention when Etherington checks in. Offensively, I don't think he's going to kill you, but he's out there and he's going to grab some boards and he's going to contest a lot of shots at the rim.
Hay gives the pass off to Cox, just left of center, and now they start to rotate it around the perimeter again. Back up top to Hay. Now left is Cox. They want him to shoot it. He does, and he misses in and out. Rebound grab by Hall. Off to Lowe, down the left sideline. Picks it up, goes back up top, straight away, almost to the half court to Hall. He tries to get in a little closer, and they come out and trap him.
Yeah, that
he gets it out of there to Putnam. Putnam goes down the lane, layup, good.
That extended defense reminds me a lot of the Skyview from about 2-3 years ago when they had those Davis boys up top with all that length.
Yep.
They make it hard on your guard line, but Ridgeline's still able to score.
They've been falling off of Lance Cox by about 6 feet and daring him to shoot it, and now he makes one.
I don't know if that's on the scouting report from Coach Wadsworth, if you want to gap Cox, but he's going to continue to shoot, and he knocks that one down. He has 5 points in the ballgame.
3-point shot the other way by Jackman is good. They're going to need that.
There's your shot you wanted. They're 1 for 6 from beyond the arc in 2 straight region basketball games. That's their first 3-point bucket for the Riverhawks.
Drive on the baseline, kicked in the corner to Easton Stokes. He rocker steps to the left, gets into the paint. Can't get the shot to go up. Barrett might have had a piece, but he gets his own rebound. And Stokes comes out of there and passes it off to
that's a travel.
To Cox. Cox into the lane against Cooper Hall. Turnaround jumper, and they're going to call Cooper on a foul.
Gosh.
Easton Stokes, Lance currently, according to Max Press, was 5 for 18 for 28% from the three-point line.
Okay, well, I mean, yeah, if you're going to gap somebody, it's probably him, 28%. But you know what? 28% would be about second on this Ridgeline team. I think their highest is 31, and that's Jackman. And then it falls to 27 or 28. Let's see if I caught this on replay by chance.
Free throw missed by Lance Cox.
Yeah, I did. It looked like a travel to start that possession, and then Cooper Hall does a good job on the defensive side, just staying vertical, but he gets caught with the foul.
Second free throw missed as well. JT White has checked in. 2
missed foul shots. JT maybe trying to give him some kind of defensive energy out there to slow this Wolves team down.
Jackman, about 3 steps away from the three-point line.
This 2-3 extended zone is tough by Green Canyon. Look at all the passes over the top.
Yeah, if you can knock down a couple of those, they'll pop out of that pretty quick. Jackman got the one. JT's going to take one. That 3 ball is no good. Backside rebound. Lowe's on the floor trying to grab it, and it actually ended up going off of Easton Stokes on that far side. I think it went off of Stokes on that far side. A lot of bodies in there for us not be able to see it.
Well, good news is the replay button's working. I'll just have to remember, yeah, it's a foul on Earthing. How do you, Etherington?
Yeah.
Etherington.
That's my guess.
Oh, no, they called it on Horman. Horman getting a little physical with Barrett down low.
Okay. Inbounder is Lowe. Gets it into Putnam. They sandwich him with 3 guys and take it away from him.
I got that.
Hey, down
turnover.
the right sideline. 3 ball on the way.
It's a travel.
Yeah, they got a travel on Crane before he could get that shot off.
That's exactly what Cox did on the possession before, and they didn't call it, so they saw it one time and called it the second time.
Just looking at some stats while we have them up in front of us here as Jackman inbounds the ball. 3-point percentages for Ridgeline. Yeah, Jackman's at 31%, and he's your highest. With people, well, actually, yeah, he is.
And then I think it's Earl.
Yeah, and he hasn't taken as many, I don't believe.
Nope.
Down low to Barrett, he's got 2 guys on him, and now they fell away, and it's just Etherington. Barrett trying to work on him, kicks it outside to JT.
10 seconds on the shot clock.
3:41 remaining in the half. Ridgeline trailing 16-27.
Oh, boy.
Shot goes up. I think it was a shot by Lowe, and it was grabbed by Pinocchi, unless we're going to give him an assist.
I don't know on that one. It didn't look like a shot attempt, but Pinocchi's there to grab the offensive board and the putback. A 9-point lead for the Wolves.
It's only the 7th point of the quarter for Ridgeline.
I did not expect to see.
Crane goes in strong, can't get it to go. Gets all rebound, kick it out to Horman. Horman step through.
That's a travel too.
If he moved the pivot, it is, but if it's a step through, it's clean.
Well,
and there's some refs
that
that don't understand that.
He
could have moved that left one before his step through.
There's the offensive board by Crane. Oh, it froze up on us, Dave. Oh, there it comes. Yeah, he moved them both, yeah.
Jackman will bring it across half court. Almost 3 minutes left in this second quarter.
Big possession here. It's hard to say big possession in the second quarter, but I think if you're going to be in this one, if you're Ridgeline, oh, that's a travel.
Yeah, Pinocchi might have got away with one. 3 ball for Jackman is good.
Well, your leading 3-point percentage shooter, Jackman, knocks down a big shot to bring this lead down to 6 for Green Canyon. That was a big shot, Dave.
Yeah, when you said it was a big possession, that turned out to be really nice. Jackman's got to be willing to be shot ready and shoot it.
Just felt like one of those moments in the game that you have an opportunity, you just got a turnover on the other side, an empty possession, and now you got a chance to really kind of put this game to a 1 or a 2 possession game. If you don't take those opportunities and then Green Canyon just continues to have a 9, 10, 11, 12-point lead, it's just, you're in such a hard situation because offensively, Ridgeline has not looked very good up to this point in the game.
Our block of the game is sponsored by Castlelite. I'm going with Barrett right now in this first half. He got one on Jude Hay.
Yeah.
Whether you're looking for brick for your home, tile for your bathroom remodel, or pavers for a new walkway, think Castlelite. Online at castlelite.com. Also, the logo shop, They can really put your logo on just about anything. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, and school organizations trust the Logo Shop. We logo stuff.
So far, Tyler Jackman carrying the load offensively for Ridgeline. He has 8 points, but on the other side of the court, he has been tasked with guarding Jude Hay, and he's done a pretty good job so far, as Jude only has 6.
I got Tyler with 2 threes. Does he have a 2-point bucket?
Well,
they might have him up there with that, but I'll have to check my stats to see what it equals out to be. Skip pass coming to Cox. He raises for 3, and he got another one.
Yeah, and you get Pinocchi and Jackman chasing Jude Hay down low into the box, into the key, and it leaves Lance Cox, wide open out on the perimeter, and he knocks down another one.
It's back to 8 on the lead, 30-21 for Green Canyon. Jackman puts it on the floor twice and then kicks it out to Hall. Back to Jackman. Now in the corner to Earl. And an offensive foul is going to be called on Pinocchi as he was fighting for position.
Yeah, and I think Jude is kind of getting in Pinocchi's dome a little bit. Pinocchi was manned up on him here defensively, and Jude Hay was giving him a little bit of the business. And right there, he draws an offensive foul on Pinocchi in the 6th turnover of the half for Ridgeline.
Yeah, they have Hay listed as 6'7", and he's standing right next to Jackman, who's listed at 6'3", and I don't see 4 inches.
No, I think he goes about 6'5", if you had to ask me. Oh, my.
Hay goes hard to the basket, gets
offensive.
It to go, and they call an offensive foul as Lowe is sitting under there waiting for him to come.
And I hate that call. That Lowe is just too far underneath the hoop.
But it's the right call.
It is. I 100% agree.
I'm with you.
There should be a safety circle down there under the basket so that defenders aren't able to draw that call.
Lowe in the backcourt with Cooper Hall. They get farther down to Earl. Earl on the alley-oop, can't get it to go. Rebound grabbed. It was actually touched by Hay before going out of bounds.
I have that as the 5th turnover of the half now for Green Canyon, so pretty even on the turnover side. A 9-point lead for Green Canyon, however.
Inbounds comes all the way out to Jackman. 3-ball coming for Lowe. Got it.
That's a beautiful extra pass. That is a beautiful extra pass, and that got Logan Brown hotter than a $3 bottle rocket down there on the Green Canyon bench. Woo, he's hot.
Yeah, I actually thought Cooper should have shot it.
Well,
but he did make the one more pass, and Lowe was there.
It was a fantastic extra pass, and when you got a goose egg on the board on the offensive side, it's hard to do that sometimes, but Cooper Hall makes the right play, finds the open teammate, and a 24-30 lead for Green Canyon. And a trap!
Easton Stokes has it taken from him. Lowe goes the other direction, scores it.
That's a beautiful trap by the guard line for Ridgeline. Cooper Hall and Dawson Lowe get Easton Stokes in a trap high on the perimeter, and lead to another turnover for Green Canyon and a 4-point lead for the Wolves.
Ridgeline doing what they do. They're going to fight you. They're going to fight you the whole way. Good drive and unable to get it to go is Crane. Rebound quickly the other direction, and Jackman got it, and he might have gotten away with the travel.
It was 2. That was definitely 2. I got that one on replay for you, Dave, if you need it. You all right, bud?
I'm okay. It was a lot like the Horman one where he was in that kind of no man's land. Didn't put it on the floor, but scored it. Hay drives. He's fouled by Jackman. He had it in about the mid-post and just quickly spun. And Jackman had to foul it.
Yeah, he can do it all. He can play with his back to the basket. He can shoot from beyond the arc. He creates a lot of opportunities for his teammates on just his presence out there offensively. And this time he gets Jackman down in the post. And a quick spin move over his right shoulder draws the foul. And the foul shots to kind of slow down this tempo of the game and calm down the energy in the gym that had been built on the momentum for Ridgeline.
That's his 7th point on the made free throw, and he's got one more coming here.
You tell us he's just an experienced, athletic, extremely talented basketball player out there for Green Canyon.
Coming into this ballgame, he shoots 79% from the line and got them both.
Yeah, and he shoots like 50% from the field.
Waiting for the last shot of the half is Dawson Lowe. He's out on the logo about a step past half court. 13 seconds now.
You want to get the offense started about 9.
They went just a little sooner than that. 3-ball on the way for Jackman is long, no good. Up and back it in by Earl. Good job crashing the boards. Desperation heave at the half is no good. And we've got a 2-point ball game at the half. Ridgeline 30, Green Canyon 32.
I did not expect that after the big lead that Green Canyon put on them in the first quarter. A 20-11 lead. And now a 32-30 2-point lead at half. What a half,
We got a
that
fun
was
high
fun.
school ball game going on right now. We'll take a quick break and be back in just a moment.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
Suit up, feel good. Custom tailored clothing for him and her. The Cater Shop, because how you look is the first message you deliver.
Canyon High School would like to say thanks to all their Alpha sponsors for supporting Green Canyon sports this year. For a list of sponsors and other athletic information, visit greencanyonhighschoolathletics.org.
I have a deal for you. I'll turn the cable back on when you get my kitchen floor finished.
How do I do that in time to watch my team win?
Use the expert help at Castalite. For all your brick, block, rock, paver, and tile needs, Castalite.com.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning Sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
Welcome back to Ridgeline High School. Ridgeline and Green Canyon, and a good one here. Green Canyon leading 32-30. I believe that was the Green Canyon drill team that just entertained the crowd, and now it looks like the Ridgeline cheerleaders are going to take the turn. Preston Watts Collision and Glass, trained technicians, latest equipment, and over 5 decades of experience to guarantee a perfect auto body repair and the safest glass replacement at Preston Watts Collision and Glass. Also remember Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning. Schedule your service call on their website, advancedheating-ac.com. Looking for a new gas fireplace? That's the place to call too. 752-7272.
Hey, Dave.
Do you smell what the Rock is cooking?
This is how I felt like your first half went.
She's just a girl and she's on fire.
Is that a good thing? I don't even know.
You're just a girl. You're on fire.
I don't know what to say to that, Nick. You know what? I was thinking about the difference. For all of our listeners out there, let me tell you the difference between Nick and I.
Okay, go ahead.
Nick is a great friend because he will tell you the truth even if it hurts you and cuts you to the core.
Everybody deserves to know the truth.
Now, see, the difference about me is
you'll lie right to
I'm
your
a good
face.
person at heart, and I just want people to be happy. So if it'll make you more happy, I'm going to lie straight to your face.
Well,
I'll tell you the truth if it has to be done. Like tough love, you know what I mean? But for the most part, I'm going to tell you, like if you came out of an illness and you looked terrible, like an old catcher's mitt, you know what I mean? I'd say you look great, just because I want you to feel good about yourself. You'd say you look terrible.
You look like.
But I can appreciate the honesty. That's the difference between you and I. You need both types of friends, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. You can't just have one. You can't just have the cinnamon.
No, we come as a good package.
That package is going to be together forever.
We are going to the 80s mix here, folks.
Let me get some stat music here for
would
you,
you?
bud.
I really prefer when you're here and you can give me some background stat music.
Yeah, I'll try to find you some stat music.
And hopefully our listeners are also tuning into the stream on CashValleyDaily.com.
Hopefully they're enjoying themselves, and if they're not, we don't care.
Well, if they're not enjoying the ball game, they can enjoy watching the cheerleaders throw each other in the air. They're looking good up there.
Put it on mute and announce it yourself.
Yeah, exactly. That's just as fine.
It's
just
probably better.
Might be better. The leading scorer in the ball game is Boston Horman. He has scored in both quarters. He had 6 in the first quarter and 4 more in the second quarter for his 10 points. He also is nobody else is quite in double figures. Lance Cox has 8. Jude Hay has 8. 3 for Gavin Erickson and 3 for Gavin Crane. On the other side, Ridgeline has 3 players with 8 points. Dawson Lowe, Tyler Jackman, and Harrison Putnam. Tyler Jackman, all 3 of those came in the all 3 buckets, and 8 points came in the second quarter. He had 2 threes in that quarter and a 2-point bucket. Dawson Lowe also knocked down a 3-point shot. So Ridgeline's got 3 threes made. I should be keeping their misses too on that, but you have been. Didn't you say they were at one point?
I was just going on memory.
Probably. I bet they're around 3 for 7, 3 for 8 right now.
No, I think they're 3 for 8, 3 for 9.
Yeah, okay.
I think they were at one point almost 0 for 6.
Now that 3 has been an absolute game changer for Green Canyon. In the first quarter of their 20 points, 18 of them came on 3-point shots. So 6 threes, 2 by Boston Horman, 1 by Gavin Erickson, 2 by Jude Hay, and 1 by Gavin Crane in that first quarter alone.
6 in the first quarter. How many in the half?
2 more in the second half, or in the second quarter, and both by Lance Cox.
So I'm going to say they are roughly 8 for 10 from beyond the arc. I can remember Hay missed one deep, the one that was dead on and missed long, and then Lance Cox missed one in the corner, and I think that's it.
I think he missed 2.
Did he?
I want to say 2. I could be wrong, but as a team...
Yeah, they're probably 8 for 10, 8 for 11.
And as a team, they come into this ballgame averaging 36% from three-point range. And Ridgeline only averages 24% from three-point range. So it's definitely something that Ridgeline would like to get that number a little over 30% at least.
Well, I don't know what the Ridgeline administration has done or what emails they sent out to get people here, but this student body is as good as you've seen in years, Dave.
I agree.
And I know they invited a lot of the younger kids from the feeder schools here to kind of get an experience of what high school is going to be like. So,
but that's fun because at Spring Creek, you've also got kids that will be going to Green Canyon.
Yeah,
so
well
it's a good
done
situation.
by the administration or whoever got this done. But this is how high school basketball is supposed to feel week in and week out. I don't care who you're playing.
Yep.
Just show up like this.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun. We got the white out on the Ridgeline side, and behind us they're nice and full with the pink out on the Green Canyon side. And we're being treated to a good game now. Ridgeline cannot let themselves fall into a trap of thinking that everything's going clean, because remember, Skyview played 3 quarters with these guys. They were down 8 at the end of the third quarter. They were down,
only down 2 at half.
4, I believe.
Was it 4?
At
okay.
So similar situation. Ridgeline's got to play a complete ball game to be able to make this.
Well, and it's been something that I haven't seen very often announcing the games that I have. I know they've played well other times, but to beat this team, you have got to be better offensively. I think some of the shot selections that I've seen out there by the Riverhawks have been bad. I think some of the flow of the offense has been bad. And yes, they're in the game. A lot of that, maybe a little bit, was helped by the Green Canyon 6 turnovers and some of the possessions, empty possessions they had that led to immediate points. A lot of it is the second chance opportunities they've created for themselves. So they got to continue crashing the boards. They got to get better in the half-court offense and taking better shots. Continue to knock down some of those threes like you talked about. Don't take a ton of them, but knock down 3 or 4 more here in the second half and somehow figure out how to hold. If you can hold Green Canyon to 25 or maybe even 22 points in this second half, I don't know how you're going to do it. They are good, but if you can hold them to 25, you might have a chance to win this game.
You're scoring by quarter. Ridgeline was outscored 20-11 in that first quarter, and then flip-flopped it almost 19-12 in their favor, for Ridgeline's favor. So
you got to play better defense. You've got to get in the face and not get disconnected on some of these double teams. Sometimes they go to help so much on Jude Hay, they leave Lance Cox wide open and he's knocking down threes. Or you got Horman out there stretching the floor as well. They've got a couple offensive rebounds Green Canyon has that have led to some points as well. So better defense for Ridgeline. Hold down Jude Hay. Don't let him get going, which they've done a pretty good job so far. And, you know, it's anybody's ball game here in the second half.
You made a really good point on I think the offensive rebounds are keeping Ridgeline into this. We haven't been keeping the rebounds. But that is one I believe that if we were to see, they have been able to get a little bit more as far as second chance opportunities.
I would say it's probably 6-2, 6-3 in favor of Ridgeline, maybe.
Probably a good guess, but that, you know, you got a 2-point game right now. That makes a big difference.
Those are 4 extra possessions, and you probably scored on 3 of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a big deal for Ridgeline.
We got about 45 seconds remaining before the start of the second half. So let's take a quick break, Nick, and come back for the second half of action right after this.
Pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
There used to be a guy on TikTok that had a little dance to this, and he was an old trucker.
Yeah?
I think they called him the Dancing Trucker.
I'd like to be called the Dancing Trucker.
Well, you've been called dancing other word.
Yeah?
Rhymes with trucker, but I'm not going to tell you. What?
I don't know. We're going to leave that to the imagination of all of our loyal listeners.
We have so many of them out there. Hey, Ridgeline's going to start with the ball in the second half.
Yep. Possession now for Ridgeline, trailing 30-32. And they're going to work it around the perimeter here in the hands of Pinocci. Back up. More straight away to Hall, back now into the corner to Jackman. He'll go back up to Hall. He's now straight away, dead straight away. As he goes left this time to Putnam, he picks it up after one dribble and then goes to low. Short corner, Pinocci, into the lane. Kick outside, 3-ball, not taken.
That's a double dribble.
Yeah, I think so too. Putnam got away with one there. Turnaround jumper's no good. Rebound grabbed after the deflection by Easton Stokes. Right sideline, lead
nobody's
the ball.
Gonna pick up. Oh, he missed the dunk.
He missed the dunk. It was Lance Cox going in, and somebody came flying by.
I didn't even see who that was.
To alter that just a little bit, and it took Lance away from the rim just enough. Oh, Jackman had an open three-point shot, and it was kicked. I'd like to see, those are the ones, if they're open and present themselves in the flow, you got to be able to shoot that, especially him.
Yeah, and when the defense is sagged off so far, all you're doing is shot faking and dribbling right into where they're at.
Yep. Good.
Oh, there
this
he
time
goes.
He does get past a couple. Oh, how does that come out? That ball was a layup, and it was halfway down and somehow squeaked out. Stokes on the other side goes up top to Hay. Dribble handoff to Crane. Now they rotate it back to Stokes. Looks at a three, doesn't take it. Horman in the corner, and down low on the block to Crane. Jump into the lane, turnaround jumper is good. Did you see how much space he created with that one dribble?
one big dribble and one big step.
Yep.
And like you say, when he's 6'5", 6'6", and can create that much space and that much separation with his length, he's hard to guard.
It's an old Allen Iverson move. He would just find that little space in there with big steps and one dribble.
He wants help. He wants help.
Yep, it's down low. Pinocchi is going to be fouled.
And Horman was calling for help from his teammates, and he got none. So he just had to foul Pinocchi for his second foul of the game.
Inbounds to Putnam, back up top to Low, and now Jackman doesn't take the three.
Especially
Good
when
move
you're
inside
hot,
by
right?
Pinocchi, and he got it to go, and he's got a free throw coming.
I'm going to go back on this replay.
I didn't see it. Which one are you looking at?
This is the Lance Cox missed dunk. It was Dawson Lowe.
Dawson flies by. Just a little Maverick flyby there.
Yeah, it almost looked like he maybe got his arm a little bit, but no foul.
Free throw coming for Pinocchi. Free throw is no good. Rebound chased down.
Has Ridgeline had the lead in this game, or has it been all Green Canyon? When?
It got to, or did they just tie it? I thought I said on the broadcast that's the first lead of the game.
Oh, maybe so. I don't listen to you anyway.
I know you don't. Down low is Crane. He has all sorts of position down there. You're not going to be able to stop that.
Yeah, not with Cooper Hall. You had two defenders fly to the corner, and Gavin Crane under the basket all by himself, and Cooper Hall can't stop him. An easy bucket for Green Canyon.
36-32. Green Canyon in the lead. Pinocchi had his pocket picked by Erickson, but it went out of bounds as Erickson was trying to head the other direction.
Now that's something that I think if I was telling Pinocchi, this is what you got to develop. You have to develop a perimeter jump shot so that people can't just either gap you out on the perimeter or do that, take that one from you on the shot fake and dribble.
Putnam outside three ball by Lowe is good.
His second of the game, Dave, and that gets Dawson Lowe 11 points.
They need that so bad.
35-36 for Green Canyon.
That's the fourth three of the night for Ridgeline. Like I mentioned, Dawson coming from behind to get a steal, couldn't get it.
He's crafty. Well, Dawson Lowe, he is a crafty little guy.
Understanding, just seeing the game.
Yep.
The guy is going to get it dumped down to him. That's not Dawson's guy, but he was able to get around and leave his man to go make a good opportunity. Three-point shot by Stokes is no good. Rebound Hall. Cooper into the front court on the left side. Brings it back to the right, to the middle with his right hand. Crosses over twice. In the lane, off glass. Got it to go.
And the first buckets for Cooper Hall. Beautiful.
There's your lead right there if we didn't already have one, which I think we did in the first half. 37-36 Ridgeline. And driving in is Gavin Crane, and he's fouled from behind by Pinocchi.
And that looked clean. We're going to go back to the Cooper Hall bucket as he got the switch. He got Gavin Crane up on the perimeter, and he just gives him a nice little crossover. Beautiful dribble drive. And then the floater off the glass. Cooper Hall.
Crane makes the first free throw.
Making it look easy out there. That was.
Crane's now 1 for 3 from the stripe this evening. Pinocchi will go out. Coming in is Cam Earl.
If I remember right, Dave, this Green Canyon team beat Ridgeline in the state finals or state tournament last year and then lost to Layton Christian. Is that what happened to them?
How can you expect me to remember a year ago?
Well, you were there.
I know. Second free throw missed by Crane. Drive on the baseline by Lowe. Pass to Putnam. Skip pass now to Jackman. He drives. Kicks out to Hall. Three ball. Short. No good. Rebound. Lowe got up there. Had a piece. It's on the floor. Lowe's on the floor. Earl is diving. In the backcourt. And picked up by Putnam.
Save.
That's
wow.
chaos.
Diving bodies everywhere.
That's the effort you're going to need in this ball game.
Yes, it is.
Guys on the floor. And there's a travel.
Yeah, it's just too many steps.
Just not putting the ball down quick enough before he tried to go. Turnover.
Tie ball game.
Barrett's going to check in. He's coming for Putnam.
I love the hustle, though. I love diving bodies.
Me too.
I swear, Harrison Putnam. I think Harrison Putnam put sunscreen on his hands before he started the game tonight. He's got slippery fingers. Oh, that's too easy.
Good little move, but a scoop layup with the right hand by Hay is no good.
Too hard.
Yep. Hall looks at a three, tries to drive, doesn't take it. Brings it back out.
There's a double team.
Pass to Earl. Now in the corner, Jackman, 3-ball. Got
it! His third 3 of the game, the second 3 for Ridgeline in the half. Gets them a 40-37 lead. And there it is, Dave. Just a couple of them.
You just need a handful of them, and that's, I believe, their 5th. Stokes lets everybody fly by, and he goes up and scores it.
Yeah, Dawson Lowe goes by, and Cade Barrett goes for the block, and then he just turns around, and there's no one home for the Ridgeline D.
That's Stokes' first points of the game.
Is it now?
Yep.
It is.
He averages 8. That's just 2. With 3:18 remaining now in the third quarter.
Him and Cooper Hall wait until the second half to get on the board.
Barrett's got Stokes on him right now. Oh, now they switch
it's a zone almost, right?
Yes. Yep. Barrett goes down. He tries to fight his way up. Scores it.
Yeah, and he definitely has the weight advantage down there. If he gets that matchup against Hay, he can use that size and strength and just bully him underneath, and he got the easy bucket. Actually, that was Cox that I think was on the defense for Green Canyon.
Up top now is Cox. Dribble handoff to Jude Hay. Hesitates down the lane. Off glass, can't get it to go. Low off to the races. Tries to get it to Hall. He's covered. Now out to Earl. Puts it on the floor and kicks it out to Jackman.
Oh, good steal.
At Easton. Stokes in the back or in the passing lane and goes up and scores it. So quickly Stokes has 4.
Coach T talked about it in the pregame. He's crafty. He sees those passing lanes, and that time gets the arm up, gets the deflection and the easy layup, and a 42-41 lead for Ridgeline.
Earl, corner, spins into the lane, and they're going to call travel.
Yeah, he drug the pivot foot.
I don't see. You got a replay on that one?
I do. I can get you an instant replay. He just drags
I don't think he's dragging. I think his right foot moved twice when his pivot was his left, and that'll fool a ref, even though it looks more like a travel
we're
than
gonna
it is.
watch
Let's see
it.
if he can.
Oh heck!
Oh, for the love of Pete.
Funny business.
That's
I'm
okay.
sorry. I don't know I don't know how to prevent that, Dave.
That's all right. Jude Hay now into the front court. Goes to the free throw line to Gavin Crane. Trying to get Hay coming off of screens. Now he gets into the lane. Layup. No good. Rebound. Crane. He's fouled. So they're definitely making it hard on Hay right now. He's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, off his average. And like you say, Dave, he looks a little frustrated. He's got his hands on his hip. He's missed his last 3 shots. And another missed layup by Hay leads to an offensive rebound by Gavin Crane.
All you can do with a player like Hay is to try to make it just a little difficult.
I think if I'm the other team, I get super physical with him.
Good pass down low to Etherington, and he misses his first, but the big body is able to get it and put it back up and miss the next one, but fouled.
I use multiple kids, and I am in his face and his body every possession. I'm going to try to wear him out by the physicality that I'm going to throw at him. And if I foul 2 kids out, that's fine.
So be it.
Yeah.
Etherington's free throw is no good, in and out.
Dawson Lowe in the game.
Dawson Lowe will come back in for Cooper Hall.
Jackman doing a pretty good job on Jude Hay so far in this ball game.
Second free throw is good by Etherington.
The big lefty.
That's good. That's good touch.
A little trap here, or a little press, full court press by Green Canyon.
Putnam, jump shot, 15 feet, got it.
Wow. Yeah, and he's got 10 in the ball game, and that silky little mid-range looked good from Putnam. As he kind of hasn't been in great rhythm here so far. That 10 points is kind of surprising for me.
When he goes to the hole like he did in the first half, he's hard to stop. But if you can knock down that 10-footer, it makes it even more lethal.
Oh, turnover by Hay.
Hay loses it. It goes to Dawson Lowe. He stops, pops,
oh my
3-ball.
Gosh.
Ooh, that would have been big. Missed it.
That's that shot that I just think that one's rushed, but I would have settled into a half court right there.
Hay to the rim, can't get it to go. Rebound, Putnam.
Hay a little bit frustrated as he is, I think, 0 for the half. He hasn't scored this half, has he, Dave?
He's got 2.
Oh, does he? So 1 for the half for Hay as he's missed his last 4 shots. This is probably a position that Green Canyon's not in very often, being down in ball games.
Putnam raises again, this one from a little beyond 15, more like 17, misses it. And you got 22 seconds remaining. And just peeking down there at Coach Wads, I think he wanted the drive out of
Putnam.
Out of Putnam on that one.
Not the mid-range raise, huh?
Right.
Well, last possession here for Green Canyon. Going to try to tie this up.
10 seconds. Stokes. Oh, he gets a foul called on Dawson Lowe.
And Dawson's just wondering what he needs to be doing.
I thought he was able to squeak around the screener. That when the whistle blew, I thought they were going to call him illegal screen, a moving screen.
I thought so too. This younger official, I'm not thoroughly impressed with.
They can't get the ball or the substitution in, so Stokes stops, goes left side. Crane back out to Stokes. He doesn't get that shot off.
Nope.
So we're going to end the third quarter with Ridgeline having a 44-42 lead.
Whew.
And we have a good one here, folks.
Yes, we do.
We'll be back for the fourth in just a moment.
To breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
Ridgeline and Green Canyon in a good battle here. Ridgeline up 44-42 at the end of the first quarter.
I just went by to watch with a whole lot
44-42.
I got to watch with a whole lot of diamonds, Dave.
Some of the stuff they say on those.
Just like my boy Big X the Plug.
Years ago, there was one song out there, a rap song, where the guy's talking about something being down like the economy. Just decided to think, well, now what rhymes with this? And he goes, well, economy.
Yeah.
Economy. What else is down right now? Economy's down.
Yeah.
Ridgeline able to hold Green Canyon to 10 points in that third quarter.
That says Bishop, by the way. You ever heard this one?
I'm having a hard time even hearing it at all.
Oh, yeah. This is the one, whenever you invite me to go play golf, this is the response you're going to get.
What you say?
Hang on, let me get to it. Go ahead.
Let's get back to the game.
Okay, yeah, no kidding.
Easton Stokes now is Ridgeline.
I didn't know we were starting.
Green Canyon has possession to start the fourth quarter, trailing by 2.
Oh, good deflection.
Entry pass, deflected and grabbed.
Diving
Cooper
bodies
Hall.
Again.
Cooper Hall saves it onto the floor to Jackman.
I got 8 turnovers apiece for each team.
Relatively clean then. You don't want to get over double figures, and if you can get out of this fourth quarter with just 8 apiece, that's a pretty clean game. Putnam in the lane. Whoa! Up high for the rebound is Pinocchi. Jump shot by Hall is no good. Rebound, Jude Hay.
That was
Racing
beautiful
down the
timing
right
by
sideline.
Pinocchi, though, on that offensive board.
Sure was.
Wow.
3-ball by Horman is quick. Backside rebound by Pinocchi.
Probably not the shot you want if you're Coach Logan Brown. A quick release by Horman in the corner and an empty possession for Green Canyon. 2 in a row to start this fourth quarter.
Pinocchi straddling the three-point line. Now goes left side to Hall. Looking down low to Putnam. Got him. He's way out there.
Team.
Got a backdoor cutter. That's Jackman, and he got it.
Yeah, the defense for Green Canyon was so eager to run to Putnam, and as soon as they did, Jackman on the back cut. It's an easy pass and an easy layup for Ridgeline and a 4-point lead.
But I love that Jackman didn't stand. The ball goes to Putnam, and you got to cut to the basket. You get an easy layup.
Look at that
Pinocchi
steal.
in the open court with a steal. Take 2 big steps, left hand, got it.
Yeah, he just slowed himself down, Dave.
Yep.
Slowed down enough to let Cox get on his hip, and he finishes with his left hand, and Logan Brown wants a timeout. And this energy in the gym.
Look at Coach Wads asking his crowd to get going.
Oh, yeah, the energy in this gym is ripe right now, Dave. It's nice.
It is nice. 48-42, Nick, in an absolute barn burner, and the timeout was called by Coach Logan Brown. Cache Valley Auto Care. If you got car problems, trust at Valley Auto Care for expert service backed by excellent on-run reviews and customer satisfaction. Find coupons on their website. Also, folks, the Booster Club at Green Canyon really supports the Boosters support sports throughout the year, and would like to say thanks to all those local businesses and individuals who support Green Canyon and its students. Thanks from the Green Canyon Booster Club.
Great Basin Graphics, custom t-shirts, detailed embroidery, and graphics designs that will get your business noticed. Go to greatbasingraphics.com.
If you got any concerns at all about your network in your office, call Les Olson Company for a free IT network assessment. It's absolutely free. They can help see if you have any vulnerabilities in your network at all.
Call Dave at 1-800-THE-CINNAMON BEAR.
Or 750-8990. That might get a little bit closer. I'm guessing a little closer. 48-42 coming out of the timeout. Ridgeline leading by 6.
What a ball game, Dave.
6:23 remaining in the game.
I mean, I can't tell you, but I am surprised not about the effort, not about the way Ridgeline's played. I'm surprised they have been able to shut Green Canyon's offense down so far in this second half as much as they had. I said 25 points is going to do it. They held them to 10 in the third. So they're on pace.
Let's see if they can still do it. There's still plenty of time left in this fourth quarter. Crane down low working on Pinocci. Can't get it to go. Pinocci gets up for the rebound, and Crane knocks it off of him. It's been a lot of really close buckets.
A lot of close calls.
Well, a lot of attempts right around the rim within 2 or 3 feet.
And they've missed.
They're not getting him to go.
They're not. The ball seems to be bouncing Ridgeline's way, even on the rim on the offensive side for Green Canyon. No buckets are going in like they were in the first half. Green Canyon's got to figure out what to do offensively here to kind of break the ice and get going. It's a 6-point lead for Ridgeline.
Down low.
Oh my gosh!
He feeds it up by the rim to Pinocci, and he's up by the rim and actually lays it in and gets it almost. He tried to dunk that ball.
Yeah, he did. I'm proud of him. It's a set play. This is one of the few set plays you're going to see for Ridgeline. It's going to be a high screen for Dawson Lowe at the top of the three-point line. He's going to get in this 3-2 zone of Green Canyon. He's going to teardrop it with the screen from Putnam to Pinocci. He misses it.
But Putnam gets the board. He goes up. He's
not
unable to get it to go. There's
gosh.
a little bit up there, and now coming the other direction is Crane. He can't get his layup.
Oh my gosh! No way! What's this?
Something called there at the rim, and they're going to call a foul on Cooper Hall.
Wow! What a call down low. You couldn't hear it.
Yeah, it's super loud in here.
Oh no, I'm not gonna. Let me see here. Let me see if I can get it.
We're gonna get Crane at the free throw line.
Oh, okay, here it comes.
Let's see where Cooper is.
Cooper's
He's down under
here.
there.
Oh my.
He just apparently wasn't set.
That's a terrible call if they called that a block on Cooper. That's just really bad.
Gets the free throw.
And the official's trying to explain to him why he called it, but that is a really bad call.
Second one he misses.
7-point lead for Ridgeline.
And Lowe is going to bring it across half court. 5:33 remaining in the ball game. Stokes all over him.
It's back to that chaotic.
In the corners, Jackman goes back out to Hall. Guarded by Horman. Jumps into the lane, kicks it out to Jackman. He kicks it back into the corner to Hall. 3-ball, got it.
Cooper Hall! He's got 5 points, all of them in the second half.
It's a 10-point lead for Ridgeline right now. 5:03 remaining in the ballgame.
It's a 19-point turnaround from the end of the first quarter, excuse me.
Easton goes to the ground, gets it back up. They give it right to Crane, and he goes easy layup right at the rim.
Yeah, and Green Canyon that was just as big of a possession as we talked about early in the game, in the second quarter for Ridgeline. For Green Canyon, they needed to have a bucket there, and they got it from Crane.
Easton Stokes went down. I thought it was either a foul on Lowe or a travel on Stokes, but either way, they let it keep playing, and it led to a layup on the little bit of chaos there. Hall driving, picks up the dribble. He's way outside, kicks it to Jackman. 3-ball, long, no good. Chased down by Hay in the corner.
Hay is yet to score. He has 2 points in the half, yet to score here in the fourth.
It's 4:17 remaining in the fourth. Ridgeline leading 53-45. Stokes, straight away, looks at a 3 with Putnam on him, doesn't take it, now goes left to Cox. Back up top, Horman. He's deep, that would have been a long one. Although he faked that 3, now they're down low to Hay. Fights his way up,
now. He's forcing it. Wow! Forces one there in the key. What a finish by Hay. Got to save that.
That's his 12th point, and he's got his 13th to come here at the free throw line if he can knock it down on the and one.
His 4th point in the half, as he had 8 in the first half. That's only his 4th in the second. Looking to get 5 here, but that's just a tough shot by Hay as he gets the defender down deep into the key. He gets Jackman in the paint, just gets into his body, gets it to fall, and gets the and one.
He's not going to miss many free throws.
No.
That stroke looks pure, doesn't it?
This press, I don't see the point of it. They haven't really tried to do anything with this press.
It just slows things down a little, I guess.
A little bit, but it's been pretty easily broke.
5-point lead for Ridgeline, and Coach Wads calls a timeout, and he wants a full. Napa Auto Parts sponsors our best part of the game. How about the entire game is the best part? The parts and oil you need to keep your car and equipment running at its best, locally owned and operated from Preston to Providence, Napa Auto Parts.
Where are we at here? What do we got?
Just keep going.
Cache Valley Daily?
Yep.
Cache Valley Daily for your latest news about what's going on in our community. It can be found on Cache Valley Daily, including photo galleries and replay of tonight's game and other local sports.
Young Toyota and Young Honda have been delivering exceptional customer experience for 100 years. Think young, drive young at Young Toyota and Young Honda.
I got to ask you, who has been most impressive on the Green Canyon side for you?
Well, I can see that Jude Hay is
an incredible basketball
He's very good.
player. Yeah.
But I also think that Ridgeline has done a really good job just trying to make him uncomfortable.
Yep.
Not let him catch it where he normally likes to. And even if it's a foot or two beyond or differently, just having bodies up in him and making him uncomfortable has been really good. I think Crane is very active, and I like how his length makes a difference for that Green Canyon team.
I already got my player of the game teed up for both teams.
For both teams?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Don't divulge.
I won't.
Yeah, let's keep everybody on the edge of their seats.
It could change over the next 3 minutes and 45 seconds, but I don't think it's going to.
Dawson Lowe to inbound, right by his own bench. Close to the scores table.
I look at that scoring sheet for Ridgeline, and I just see exactly what you needed if you were going to be in this ball game.
Yep.
Balanced scoring from everybody, contribution from everybody, and you're getting it here tonight.
And a few knockdown threes to spread the floor just a little bit.
Yep.
Dawson Lowe out on the outside, 15 on the shot, 3:30 remaining in the game.
Easton Stokes against Pinocchio. I like that matchup if I'm Ridgeline.
Dawson kicks it to Cooper Hall. His three-point shot is no good. Rebound by Hay. Pushes quickly to Horman. He should have taken a layup. Didn't. Kicked it out to Hay. He drives in with two big steps, and he gets fouled by Jackman.
To me, that's where Hay is going to be the hardest to deal with, is when he can just put his head down, get to the rim, draw the contact, and get to the line. Because like you said, Dave, he's not going to miss very many of these with that shot.
Yep.
But if he can get multiple opportunities and get this possession by possession down to a one-possession game, of course.
That's the broadcaster's curse, as Jude Hay does miss the first. One dribble, two big steps goes from the three-point line to the rim. That's awesome. That's something you try to teach. Second free throw is good. Hit the front iron and did go down for him. It's a 4-point lead with 3 minutes and 11 seconds left. Ridgeline up by 4, 53-49. 3:05 remaining in the ballgame. Hall goes to Jackman in the corner, Lowe. Looks at a three, doesn't take it. Gives it back out to Jackman. Back to Lowe. Looks at a three there, doesn't take it. Short corner, Putnam. He's got Stokes on him, has had a little bit of a size advantage, and Harrison sees it. Now they go back out top to Hall. Spin in the lane, can't get it to go. Rebound off of Putnam. He went flying in there. Somebody boxed him out.
Jude Hay.
And bodies, I don't know if Hay went down, but I know Harrison landed awkwardly.
Yeah, Hay went down and it went off of Putnam. No call. Possession, Green Canyon.
Easton Stokes on the dribble handoff to Horman.
Full set here for Green Canyon.
Yep, they're trying to get it to Hay at the elbow. Now kick it back outside. Back now to Hay. Raises for a long three, and he got it.
With the hand right in his face.
Good
Jackman
shot.
is in his grill, and he just raises up and knocks it down. What a shot by Hay.
53-52, 2 minutes remaining. If he stays this aggressive, he may just get to that average. He's got 17 right now. Outside Jackman. He drives, and he's fouled. I don't know where he's going. He got bailed out.
He did.
And there were guys right there. He was either going to get a charge or throw something off the glass, which wouldn't have been great.
Stokes
I'd like him
there
to shoot that. He's open on that kick, and he's ready to shoot.
Stokes was on him, and then Cox came over for the help, and I don't know who they called the foul on, but possession stays with Ridgeline.
Inbounds comes to Putnam. He gives it right back to Lowe. 30 seconds now back on the shot with 1:50. Up by 1 is Ridgeline.
This is when you wish you had a Jude Hay on your team.
Yeah, and Green Canyon's got it. Kick outside to Lowe, looks at a 3, doesn't take it, in the lane, jump shot, no good. Rebound, Crane loses it, but Stokes goes and grabs it.
Yeah.
All right, Green Canyon can take the lead back here, 53-52.
Here comes another little set play for,
Lowe
take it
stole
away from.
He's headed the other direction, layup, good.
That's what it's got to be, Dave. You got to take advantage when the ball is not in Hayes' hands, because when he gets it, he's going to be aggressive and he can knock down shots. So when the ball is in other players' hands, Dawson Lowe does the exact thing you should do. Be aggressive defensively, create a turnover that leads to immediate points.
I think Lowe's right calf is cramping up.
Is it?
Lowe has currently 13 in the game. You also have, let's see,
Jackman with 13. I got Putnam with 10. And Pinocchi with 8. And then Cooper Hall with 5.
Like we talked to Coach T about, that you're going to get pretty balanced scoring. When this team plays well, you'll get very balanced scoring. And when they play really well, they'll have a handful of these threes.
Now, what did I say? You have to keep Hay under what?
I don't know what you said. I know you said the team you need to keep him to 20.
Well, that was at half. I'm saying at the first of the game, and I know you can't remember what happened 10 minutes ago, but
no.
I said if you can keep Jude Hay under 20 points, you're going to have a chance.
I think you might be right. Currently, he's got 17. And Ridgeline leads by 3. 1:12 remaining in the ballgame.
Horman with 10. Gavin Crane's got 9. And then Lance Cox has got 8. Lance Cox was on fire, him and Horman, in the first half, with most of their points coming in the first half. We'll see who's going to step up and make a big shot here, but the ball has got to find the hands of Jude Hay. If you're Logan Brown and the Green Canyon Wolves, you're down 3 with a minute to go. Probably only 2 or 3 possessions left here in this game, Dave, for Green Canyon offensively.
Who can execute and knock down the shots?
Here it comes.
Or free throws.
There he is.
Jude Hay between the circles. He gets rid of it immediately over to Crane, and then they get him on a slip screen, and Jude Hay scores.
Yeah, it's a beautiful play by Coach Logan Brown. He gets him out high on the perimeter. He skips it to the wing, and then he immediately gets a high screen at the foul line, and it's an easy bucket for Green Canyon.
Putnam gives off to Pinocchi. Back up top to Lowe. Lowe goes to Jackman. Jackman into the lane. Loses the handle. It's out of bounds off of Crane.
Wow.
She was standing right there. The ref was standing right there.
That should reset the foul shot. He had possession, right?
No, I don't think he ever had possession. I think it touched him and went out of bounds before he could grab it.
So you're saying
it hit the end line before he grabbed it.
No. He was out of bounds and threw it to his teammate, but was touching the out of bounds line. That's why.
Yes, that's what I think.
But you don't think he ever had possession in the field of play?
I don't think so. I think he was out of bounds by the time he ever caught it.
So he was touching it wall out of bounds.
Wiltzed out of bounds. For the 4-time gold medal menswear store winner in the Best of Northern Utah is the Cater Shop. Proud to sponsor Ridgeline Sports and all of their student athletes.
Wouldn't an overtime game be fun?
It sure would be. D&D Auto and Salvage, Cache Valley's #1 place to get the most money for your junk vehicle and scrap metal. Pickup is available and no job is too big. Call 787-1204. Planet Fitness, Nick, give us the last one.
Huh?
Planet Fitness.
Well, it's do your own thing. Don't do extreme things.
Yep.
Get energy without the punishment. Join the judgment-free zone. That's not true. I'm there and I judge people all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm in there.
Maybe you're just a jerk.
I'm in there. So you can pay your $15, but it's not judgment-free. I can promise you that.
Not as long as the Patriots there.
Just for $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
We really appreciate Adams Wealth Advisors powering our video experience here through CashValleyDaily.com. 34 seconds remaining here, folks. Ridgeline up by just 1.
Up by 1. 13 seconds on the shot. 34 on the game clock.
And Ridgeline has the ball. They inbound all the way up top.
You get a bucket here. You almost guarantee yourself, at worst, going into overtime. Oh, what
Good
a
drive
what
by
a
Lowe.
move!
He gets to the
What a
rim and he
move by
scores it.
Lowe! Wow!
Down the left side of the lane, he gets it to go. We got 57-54. Ridgeline by 3.
Oh, are you going to go last shot, 3-point shot here?
And a foul
they
called.
want to foul him up high.
Well, you've got time. It's not 5 yet. That's the 4th.
Okay.
So Coach Wads recognizes it, and he's talking to Jackman, letting him know that he's got a foul to give.
And that was the Ridgeline timeout. So he wanted a foul and a timeout to just regroup the troops here and let them know defensively how we're going to take on this Jude Hay, because you guarantee. I mean,
now,
if
on this inbounds, don't get beat back door to the basket.
No.
But you can give a lot of pressure here and make it difficult to get the ball in. I always hated trying to get the ball in a late game pressure situation.
Yeah. Now, interesting to me that Coach Logan Brown, is he out of timeouts? Any timeouts?
I don't
left?
know. That's one thing I wish we had on our
the
scoreboard here.
We don't, because he was more or less just going to let his boys play, and it didn't
I
look
like that.
Do you?
Yeah.
But to me, I think you want to re-emphasize the urgency that we want to get a good shot up as quick as we can. And if we miss, we foul immediately so we can extend this game. Because if you go down to 6 or 7 or 5 seconds and you miss and it's bounced around on a rebound, it could be the end of the game. You only get one shot. Where with 20 seconds, 15 now, you could get you could get 2 or 3 possessions.
Here we go.
Out of fouling.
Foreman inbounds. He gets it down to Crane.
Oh my
God! He tried to pass it along the baseline, and Pinocci put up a big arm and just knocked it down and stole it.
So they were getting it to Crane on the baseline, and he was going to chuck it to the corner, which Hay was in the corner waiting.
Okay, who's your free throw shooters?
Well, it's Cooper Hall or Dawson Lowe.
Free throw percentages. Jackman's at 69, Lowe's at 73, Hall's at 78.
Yeah, just Cooper Hall right there.
Yep. Whoa.
Whoa.
It's a little high, but it's okay. He wasn't trying to hurt anybody. But that's only the 4th as well there.
Yeah, so they got to foul him again. Do you know who Easton Stokes reminds me a lot of from last year's team?
Who?
Cooper Ward.
No, its name isn't Cooper.
No, it wasn't Cooper. It's his brother.
Laker Ward.
Laker, yes. Laker Ward, except he's right-handed. Laker was left-handed. But even the way he moves out there reminds me a lot of Laker.
57-54, Ridgeline in the lead and has the ball. 8.8 seconds remaining in this ball game. Both teams have 4 team fouls right now, so the next one puts both guys at the free throw line for 2. If Ridgeline can get fouled here and knock down 2 of them, you now have a 5-point lead. Even if you knock down 1, you've now got 2 possession game.
Now, I mentioned that holding this team, this Green Canyon team, to under 25 points in this half was going to be a tall task. They've held them to 21, 22. 22 in the half. Green Canyon with just an exceptional defensive display here in this second half to hold this Green Canyon offense down. They had 20 in the first quarter and only 22 in the half now.
Undefeated record for Green Canyon is at risk right now.
What just happened? Why?
And a whistle blown after they had already given the ball to Jackman and he got it into Hall.
This guy.
And they blow the whistle. I think that there's an issue on the scorebook they're looking at, and I don't know if they're just double checking to make sure that they got the right amount of team fouls or what. Both coaches call their teams over while they're trying to think this through.
I mean, Dave, you think about that, how big of a whistle that could be when you're ready for play and then the ball is given to the player and it's inbounded and you're going to blow that dead. Oh.
Yeah, they're now, another official has come over and they're looking at the book.
I mean, I don't know what the problem could be here, but come on, the score's correct.
I really believe they're looking at fouls. Because right now, if it's 4 fouls, if it happens to be a team foul of 5, you're shooting.
Okay.
Or if you only have 3, now you got to now know you need to be fouling another time.
Yeah, that's probably a good point, but still, I mean, that couldn't have come at a worse time as far as the timing of the game for Ridgeline than possible. I mean, that was just an unfortunate whistle right there.
They're still trying to figure it out. See if we can read lips and sign language. Now Coach Wads is talking to our Scott, wondering what's going on the Ridgeline book. I think the Ridgeline book is on the right side here in front of us, I should say, and on the left side is the Green Canyon book. And Coach I'm reading his lips something about I should have a timeout. And he said, I have one. So yes, the Ridgeline's got one timeout. Maybe that's what they were trying to figure out, is who's got what timeouts-wise. And I don't know if I've been able to tell how many Green Canyon has.
Well, I can tell you one thing. The MVP's not going to be the officiating crew. Although,
haven't
officiated pretty well.
I think it's been solid. I think when you have this type of a environment, it can get trickier, but I think they've handled it. How many turnovers total by each team? Did you lose it? Did you lose it in? Oh,
I mean, I have 8.
That was early fourth quarter.
But really, I don't remember that many.
That was big.
I don't remember that. Yeah, that was a turnover.
Inbounds comes to Cooper Hall. They get it back in, and Stokes quickly fouls him. So they're going to run to walk to the other side, I should say. And Cooper
Chance
Hall,
to win the game here for the senior.
Yep, he's averaging 78% from the free throw line, and he has been there. He has 40 of 51.
I mentioned earlier, Dave, it's probably not a position that Green Canyon has been in. A team up later in the second half.
Yep.
And how could they handle that? And they just, as you say, the ball bounced the wrong way. Oh boy, that was short.
It gets a little tighter.
The ball seemed to bounce the wrong way. They couldn't get buckets to fall early in the third quarter, and now here we are. They're down 3.
It's a big free throw here coming for Cooper Hall. His team leading by 3. This free throw, good. Huge
timeout. Yep, timeout. Coach Watts is going to set up the defense here to defend this last 7-second
You just don't foul. You do not foul a three-point shooter.
You let them take whatever shot they want.
Remember last year where the Aggies were down in a similar situation?
Yes.
And they fouled a three-point shooter, and he made
it to go into overtime.
Yeah, and then somebody was fouled
on the rebound.
And so it ended up being, I believe, a 5-point possession.
Something like that, huh?
Something crazy. That's what Ridgeline is not looking to do. Now, on the other hand, Green Canyon is trying to draw something up that they can get as quickly as possible. Because if you can get a quick bucket and still have 3 or 4 seconds left, which would be tough, you can then foul and have one more shot at it.
You want a quick 2 here, the quickest you can get it. If you can get a 3-4 second 2-point bucket and then foul and still have a last second desperation to chuck in a half-court shot for a 3-point win to tie, you obviously got to count on Ridgeline missing 1 of 2 of their foul shots, but it's a desperation mode here for the Wolves as it don't look very good.
We'll see what they set up. They're going to put Crane down on the baseline, asking if he can run the baseline, which he can. And then they're going to have Hay on the right side, almost our right, I should say, but it's the left side of Crane at the half-court line. And they're going to weave people around. They get it into Easton Stokes. He gives it, backcourt. Nope, not backcourt.
Oh, my
Crane raises for 3. That's going to be an air ball off the hands of Easton Stokes and out of bounds. That's the ball game. 58-54. Ridgeline wins it.
Wow, and the crowd storms the court as they knock off the number 1 seed in 4A.
What a fun high school ball game to be a part of.
I'd say that was.
Green Canyon played awfully hard. Ridgeline played hard as well and made things very difficult on an excellent Green Canyon team. We're going to get some stats together for you and share those with you after this break. Ridgeline wins 58-54. We'll be right back.
Good. Custom tailored clothing for him and her. The Cater Shop, because how you look is the first message you deliver.
Green Canyon High School with
would like to say thanks to all their Alpha sponsors for supporting Green Canyon Sports this year. For a list of sponsors and other athletic information, visit greencanyonhighschoolathletics.org.
I have a deal for you. I'll turn the cable back on when you get my kitchen floor finished.
How do I do that in time to watch my team win?
Use the expert help at Castalite. For all your brick, block, rock, paver, and tile needs, Castalite.com.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
Searching for copiers and
Ridgeline wins a big one in a thriller here at home over Green Canyon, winning 58-54, and joined quickly by Coach Derek Wadsworth. Coach, wow, you got to be so proud of your guys tonight. They came ready to go, and the energy level from the tip to the end was a complete ball game that I feel like you've probably been looking for over the course of the season. Can Ridgeline put together 4 quarters, and your guys did it today?
Yes, they did. I'm extremely proud of them too for the way they bounced back. Right, a lot of people were doubting us because we dropped 2 in a row, but here we are. I've got a resilient group. I mean, that's a big time win against a 13-0 team. So
yeah. And they're long, and they're athletic, and they got some very, very good players, and they're coached very well. Coach, coming into this ball game, Nick and I, our guess, and I don't think it'd be hard guesses, you probably had on the whiteboard, how do we contain Jude Hay? Mm-hmm. And I thought, again, he had 19, but that was a really hard-fought 19 he had to get.
Correct. We
a little harder in the second half than the first.
Yes.
Right?
The thing is they surround Jude with 4 other guys on the floor at all times that can also score.
Yes.
So our whole mentality was, let's guard their personnel. Let's know what every single one of them do, and let's guard them. Let's guard them to their truth. If they're a shooter, let's play them as a shooter. If they're a driver, we're going to play them as a driver. And over the course of 32 minutes, it got us a 4-point lead. So
did you have any doubts then after the first quarter when they knocked down 18 of their 20 points were on 3-point shots, and maybe coming from some guys you didn't anticipate to shoot that 3 ball? Did you second guess the game plan in that case?
I mean, it kind of felt a lot like Judge Memorial, right?
Yeah, true.
So no, we trusted it. We made a few slight adjustments to maybe step a foot closer to some of their guys. But boy, did we battle. And I'm proud of our guys for it.
Yeah, what was the message in the locker room at halftime? You're down by 2. You got a chance to win the game. Mm-hmm. What was the message to the boys at half?
One, stay resilient, because the game of basketball is such a roller coaster, right? We knew there were going to be ups and downs. We knew Jude was going to hit some tough shots, and he did down the stretch. That little rhythm 3 from 3 feet off the line. And our whole message was stay in the moment. Hey, don't look ahead or behind, and let's keep battling. And they did. So
I thought you took better care of the basketball, too. I mean, we've seen games where turnovers have been a problem.
Correct.
Nick lost all sorts of track where they're towards the end, but before you lost track, we only had Ridgeline with 7 or 8.
We had 8 apiece about midway through the 4th quarter.
Okay.
So a pretty clean game.
Yeah, we've been talking since Boise. If we could, and I don't know what the rebound margin was, but if we could win the boards and keep our turnovers to -10, we were gonna have a good chance to win. And if I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure we won the boards tonight.
I think I would have to say you probably did, because in the first half we were recounting about 6 to 2 offensive rebounds, and a lot of times that's where you win a lot of the rebounding.
I mean, I don't want to make you feel bad, Nick, but Coach Day keeps track of the rebounds when he helps me call games.
Oh, my gosh. Well, let's get him here to keep track of it, just not say anything.
Okay. Hey, I have another question, Coach.
Yeah.
The three-point ball has at times been a struggle for your team. Do you discuss that at all? Do you talk about being willing to take that shot when it presents itself?
Every single day. On my whiteboard, I write shoot with confidence. It's my last bullet point every single game. But as of late, we've been talking a lot about the law of averages. Every kid on our team is a good shooter. They just haven't fallen. And if you trust the law of averages, eventually it's going to even out.
Yep.
And how many did we make tonight?
I can tell you. In fact, coming into this game, I said Ridgeline's got to make a handful, 5 or 6. That's all. I mean, I wasn't looking for something crazy. And in the first half, you had 3, and in the second half, you had 3. So you made 6 threes in the ball game, and that's what it takes.
Yes, law of averages.
But that's 18 points you didn't get against Skyview that you got here tonight. That's huge.
Yeah, it is huge. Being willing to shoot that when it presents itself. And there's a couple of guys that, to be honest, I feel like pass them up.
Correct.
When they're available and willing and open.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you got to play within the rhythm. There was one I thought somebody should have taken. Might have been Jackman. No, it was Cooper, and he made an extra pass to Dawson, and he was a little bit more open, and Dawson made it in the corner.
Yeah. Unselfishness. That's why we won tonight.
Absolutely.
So.
Coach, congratulations. Go be with your team. 58-54.
We're going to go celebrate.
All right,
great job.
That's Coach Watts. Appreciate him taking the time to come up after this one. What a game.
What a game. That was well played by both teams. Green Canyon came out just firing on all cylinders in the first quarter. 20 points. And looked like they were just going to run Ridgeline off their own gym. And then Ridgeline battles back. They scratch and claw and fight. Offensive rebounds in the second quarter led to a 7-point margin in favor of Ridgeline. So they got that deficit from 9 down to 2. Finished the half 32-30 in favor of Green Canyon. And then third quarter not dominated, but margin goes to
Ridgeline by 2.
By 4, wasn't it?
14-12 in the fourth?
No, in the third.
Oh, in the third. 4, yeah.
14-10. So they
you asked for about
25
in the half,
in the second half.
And they held them to 22.
Honestly, when I said it, I didn't think they could do it. Just based on giving up 32, I thought 57 points would be a good place to finish. But they exceeded my expectations. They held them to 20, what was it, 22?
In the second half.
Yeah, that was a great defensive effort.
And cue the stat music, will you?
You bet, I will. Let me get this.
Here, I'll get you some final scores here in the ball game. Jude Hay did finish with the most points in the game with 19. He had 8 at the half. He had 10 at the end of the third quarter. And then in the fourth quarter, he had 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more in that quarter. He's a very, very good player. And you can see how he could get hot. And if guys don't guard him right, he's going to put 50 on you. So I thought Ridgeline did an excellent job. If you want to pick my Napa Auto Parts part of the game, it's the defense they were able to play and make the game just a little harder on Jude Hay. Those layups weren't coming as easy. He was around the basket and he had opportunity, Nick, but he just wasn't able to finish them. That tells me it's not that he's not capable of finishing them. It just makes it a little more difficult if you're up in his grill just a little bit. Well, in his landing space.
That's going to lead to my Napa Auto Parts or whoever sponsored McDonald's. Our McDonald's player of the game, I'm saying it right now, just because we're talking about it. Tyler Jackman, who D'd up Jude Hay a lot of the game, gets my player of the game for the Ridgeline Riverhawks.
And he also contributed 13 points on the offensive side. Let's go ahead and finish the Green Canyon scores. Jude Hay has 19, which is about 5 below his average. Then you had 10 points out of Boston Horman. He averages 9, so he did his thing. Gavin Crane averages 11. He had 9. Lance Cox averages 5 and he had 8, so he was above his average. Then you got 4 points out of Easton Stokes, a little bit below his. He averages 8. Gavin Erickson had 3, and then Carter Etherington had a free throw for his 1. So you just keep the main scorers off of theirs by just a little, and then knock down a couple of threes that Ridgeline hasn't been hitting as well, and you're right in this thing.
You basically held every scorer off their average with the exception of one. Harmon.
Average is 9, and he had 10.
And that was it. That was the only kid that got to their average for Green Canyon. Everybody else fell short. On the Ridgeline side, you had 2 of you got above your average. I think 3.
Yeah, let's go through them. Leading scorer was Dawson Lowe. Hey, none bigger than that drive down the left side of the lane to
finish with his right hand. That was beautiful.
That was sweet. 15 points for him. 13 points for Tyler Jackman. 10 points for Harrison Putnam. Andrew Pinocci contributed 8. Cooper Hall had 6. Cooper had a stretch there in the fourth that he was really, really good, but solid all game long. Cam Earl with 2. Cade Barrett with 2. Scoring by quarter, Nick went over. I'll go over it one more time. 20-11 was the score for Green Canyon at the end of the first quarter. Then it was flip-flopped in the second where Ridgeline got 19 to Green Canyon's 12. It was 32-30 for Green Canyon at the half. 14-10 was the Ridgeline advantage in the third quarter, which gave him a 44-42 lead at the end of the third. And then 14-12 in the fourth quarter gave Ridgeline a 58-54 victory.
You know, I gave it to Tyler Jackman. Very easily could have given it to Dawson Lowe. He played phenomenal. A couple of really big-time steals.
How about and we talked about the offensive glass in the first half, but all game long, relentlessly pursuing the boards like Ridgeline does, Putnam does. How about the pass and then the finish at the rim by Pinocci when he was kind of contorted up there, getting bumped, still able to put it up and in. I mean, just fantastic effort of the glass. The effort has always been there, but they were rewarded tonight for those extra time. How many times did we see guys dive into the floor to try to get
several
50-50 balls? You've got to have that.
So much of that goes back to just coaching and the way that Wadsworth drives the kids to give. Hey, he's kind of like a Logan Brown in a sense that he gets the very most out of each individual that's on the floor. Mm-hmm. And right now, those 5 starters should be proud of themselves, because I told it in the pregame, I said it was going to take a collective effort to win this game. It was a collective effort. Every one of them deserved a pat on the back for how they played tonight.
You know what's kind of interesting too, Nick, is if you look through this thing, they'll bring in Cam Earl and Cade Barrett for minutes, and then Parker Reynolds will come in for some spot minutes. But after that, I mean, those guys really, of the 32 minutes, I'd say 8, maybe they got 6 or 7 to 8 per individual.
Yeah.
What it does when he subs early like that, it allows him to play his dudes down the road late in the game and still have some legs.
Well, we've seen it several times. Weber, Fremont.
Yep.
Early in the season, we were like, man, 9-man, 10-man rotation. How's this going to figure its way out? And you're like, you made the point at that during those games that he'll play his starters later or whoever is hot at the time in those late game moments. And man, I mean, to win as many games as Ridgeline has won by narrow margins just reminds me of, you mentioned it earlier, the Utah State Aggies of last year. They just keep winning these games in mysterious ways. I mean, you trail the majority of this game, you make a couple of big steals and create a couple of huge turnovers, and Dawson Lowe's getting buckets towards the end of the game, and you got a 4-point victory. When coming into this game, I'd have said you were crazy.
Well, the big part, one of the other big parts about this is if you put a two-team lead into the I guess we don't know what Skyview did tonight, because they could go up to 3-1 as well. So Skyview's 2-1 right now. So if they, I don't know.
I think they won.
Check and see if they won.
I'll look.
So Ridgeline now is 3-1. Green Canyon's 3-1 in the region, and we think Skyview might be 3-1. Nick's going to check on that. So that brings us a 3-way tie for first place. I'm looking forward to both teams' schedules as we go in the next couple weeks here. Ridgeline's going to go to this Friday night. They're going to be over at Bear River. Green Canyon.
Bear River just beat Mountain Crest 60-55, their final. And Skyview did beat Westfield 57-49. I haven't seen a Logan final as of yet. I haven't even seen a Logan score. Oh,
Green Canyon.
They're off.
Okay, Green Canyon is going to have an out-of-region game this Friday night, and they'll play Judge Memorial. Judge is a long team, and they're solid. That's going to be at Green Canyon.
It's going to be a 3-point festival.
It could be. It definitely could be. But both teams are very, very long. It'll be interesting to see how those two match up. So the next ball game for Ridgeline at Bear River. The next ball game for Green Canyon is at Green Canyon playing Judge Memorial. Nick, this one's been a lot of fun. It's good to have you back, Mike's side.
Hey, I mean, I'm happy for have Coach Day here. We just go with a little three-way. We've done
roster.
it before.
Yeah, we have.
We went 3 up. You know, let me tell you a little quick story here just before we get off the air. When we used to race snowmobiles, they would, at the end of the day, just clear the hill, take all the gates off the hill except for 2, the one at the bottom and the one at the top. And they would have, we'd call it 2 up.
So 2 people on one sled.
You could pick whoever, another racer, and put them on the front of the snowmobile, and then you drive it on the back. And most of the time, you know, obviously you don't want 2 big old guys like me and you on one snowmobile. We're wheeling it over. So you get the smallest person you can find. Usually they're girls, so it's the women's class. So I'd go get my wife, and I'd put her on the front.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my heck.
Talk about some trust.
Yard sale.
I bet.
Full yard sale. You'd go wide open into a freaking 10-foot bush and just hope for the best, you know? You're just... So 2 up. So here at the announcer booth, we're just going 2 up. We could go 3 up.
Well, that's
3 at a time.
As long as we're not on a sled, all 3 of us. I mean, that's a lot of beef.
Well, we ain't going snowmobile together, no.
You know, or toboggan. We're not going to do anything that involves any type of
Unless Coach Day makes
vehicle.
some of those yeah, I'll be there. Some of those, remember those things he used to tell he'd cook? He'd bake. He's a baker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he likes to bake.
Yeah.
Maybe if he bakes.
If he could bring us a little
brisket
hot
or
loaf
something.
of bread,
There you go.
that'd be all right. He can buy his way back into these broadcasts anytime.
So you're
if
telling
he's going
me-
to keep statistics and not lose his mind like you do,
Well,
lost
I just get into the game. I
forget
get
to do the
excited.
job.
Well, usually at my level of announcing, there's somebody else that does that for me and just hands me a statue.
That's how it is. And that's why I got all the gear set up today.
That's
Nick,
right.
It's been a lot of fun.
I just show up.
And we'll be over again with you
Friday?
on Friday night at Bear River.
Okay, I'll be there.
Ridgeline at Bear River, and Green Canyon hosting a Judge Memorial this Friday night. Ridgeline wins this one 58-54 in dramatic fashion. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Again, I'm Dave Simmons. We appreciate Coach Watts coming up. And as always, for the Patriot, Nick Zollinger, and Coach Terrell Baldwin for joining us pregame. That was great to get his insights before we got to go on this ball game. It's been a lot of fun. We thought this one might go to overtime. It didn't. Ridgeline wins 58-54.
Ball game on, man on the court singing baritone. Tan line leads to that gentle place.
This Ridgeline Riverhawks broadcast has been a presentation of 104.5 The Ranch and CashValleyDaily.com, made possible by the support of our sponsors, Castalite, The Cater Shop, DD Auto and Salvage, Great Basin Graphics, Adams Wealth Advisors, Cache Valley Auto Care, Young Toyota and Young Honda, Cache Valley Daily, Napa Auto Parts, Les Olson IT, The Logo Shop, and Planet Fitness. Watch replays of previous games on CashValleyDaily.com.